Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. I am back in my dressing room. I don't know how long you've been here at this channel, but I think it was about a year ago I brought you in here to do my dressing room tour, and I said at the time, and I showed you all the bits that I needed to do in here. There's a lot of work, a lot of decluttering, because I just bring everything in here and never take anything out. So today I'm going to do my jewellery. It's going to be a big one, it's going to be a difficult one, because I have never in my life got rid of any jewellery, ever. Possibly if something has broken and I didn't like it enough to want to repair it, but generally even broken things I'll keep because I think, oh, I can just repair that another time. So I'm sort of not looking forward to this one, I have to admit, but it's going to be interesting. I really need to get things organised. I've just got jewellery all over the place. I've got some bits in the bathroom which I need to bring out, just sitting on the shelf next to the sink. I've got quite a lot sitting on my bedside table right now, just because I know that I haven't got anywhere to keep it organised properly because it's such a mess behind me. So I'll show you what we've got. So here's a quick overview of the corner. On top of this chest of drawers, I did have a stack of bags here which I've just moved. This wire thing, I've only recently brought this into this room. It used to be something I used for craft fairs, but it's such a nightmare to take with me to festivals and craft fairs. It just gets tangled in everything. So I thought, right, well, I'll just use it as a necklace stand. It's quite big, but if I can keep this chest of drawers clear, then it should be okay. And I did need somewhere to hang them, really. Anyway, so look, here is what we are dealing with. It just makes me sigh looking at it. What a mess. What an utter mess. Jude gave me this jewellery stand last Christmas. I've got lots of little bits of storage, little jewellery boxes, baskets, etc. So I'm hoping I have enough to organise it, and I think I will. And for now I think I'm going to use what I've got, but I might consider treating myself to a whole new load of matching storage. I don't know. Oh, a couple of things I have got. I do want to go for a colour scheme in here of rich sort of peacock colours, like teals and purples. And, well, I bought this ages ago and I was intending on using it as to keep something in my sewing room, but I haven't actually used it, so I thought I could bring that up here and perhaps that could be useful for keeping something in. And I bought this from Tesco's a while ago. It's also got peacock on it, I didn't remember that, which was to store letters in, which I don't need anymore. So again, I don't know whether these big boxes are going to be useful, because jewellery you really need little sections, don't you? But we'll see, they might be useful. And this incredibly dusty mirror that I bought in the Old Town in Hastings years and years ago. I love it, but I don't use it here. This windowsill is actually sort of a shelf. It goes back underneath. I intended to use it as a sort of dressing table by the window. I thought that would be good, but I never do. I just stand in the bathroom, so I might see if the kids want this mirror in their bathroom. I don't know. It's not the prettiest of mirrors in the world, but it's interesting. Right, okay, let's tackle this. Let's see if we can do it. I have to be honest, I'm not quite sure where to start. I think I'm going to start with necklaces, as that's quite easy. Yeah, that's what I'll do first. By the way, I have no idea why I have a pair of scissors and several screws up here. I don't know where these are meant to be. Finding and gathering all my stud earrings and putting them on this thing, which I think was from Rain a very long time ago as a Mother's Day present. And this is from Jude. Did I mention that earlier? I think I might have done. So this is absolutely perfect for dangly earrings. So as I've got a little bit of space on top of this chest of drawers right now, I am going to just put this over here for now and see, just gather what I've got. And if I don't find matches to some of my ones that I've lost, then I don't know. I'll probably still keep them because I do have an odd number of piercings in each ear. So that's my plan now, start gathering all my dangly earrings as well. I think this is what I need to do. I need to just sort of separate, you know, make a pile of bracelets, a pile of everything. Right, I just had to show you this before I take the dog for a walk. There's going to be a lot of this, I hope you don't mind. This is a really old jewellery box I've had for a long time. I can't remember where it came from now. I can't remember who gave it to me. It's such a shame it's so faded in the sunlight, because this would be the perfect colour. Look at that rich turquoise it was originally. But this was obviously one I've had. I mean, I'm going to tilt you right down. Here we go. So in here we've got a ring that Chris used to wear of a cannabis leaf, and the top leaf has broken. I have no idea why I still got that. This pendant was in a set my aunt and uncle gave me for a birthday present. I think I must have been 8 or 9, and they gave me this set that they bought from a shop in Tunbridge Wells in the Pantiles, and I think the shop is still there, and it sells like stones and stuff for jewellery making. And they gave me a few things that are from there for me to make, and some strong glue. Obviously the stone has fallen off, which is a shame, but I've still got that. I might, if I can find the stone, I might try and fix it. What else have we got in here? These are amethyst earrings that my cousin made, that she gave me. I remember wearing them to my husband's cousin's wedding. This look how misshapen this ring is. How did I ever wear that? That was from a shop called Volcano, which was near the station. That was a cool jewellery shop. I don't remember where that earring comes from, sadly. That's quite cool, very bohemian. Look, this is like this is classic 90s. Look at this. Actually, that's quite similar to the shape of the daisy that I've got tattooed on my foot. And also classic 90s, a C&D earring. Wow. Another stone necklace. Did my cousin make this one as well? The green ones? Maybe she'll remember. Sue, if you're watching this, let me know. Did you make the green ones as well? Oh, this one was my first ever dangly earring. Obviously it was a pair of earrings at the time. That's cool. I still really like that. Look at that, very Victoriana. If I can find the pair, I might try and fix that. I think I was 13 when I bought them. And then there's a load of beads from broken necklaces. This pretty little earring, I think, was my nan's, my Maidstone nanny. But I know I've only ever had one. Maybe she gave me her odd ones. Yeah, she might have done, because she took me to get my ears pierced. Yeah, there's another little odd one. I really don't know what to do about them. Okay, I need to start getting brutal really with what I can keep and what I can't keep. Oh, how can I get rid of these things? My friend Sarah made this earring for me. She was my best friend at school, at primary school. This is hard. I'm starting to regret now starting this. I think I'm going to put this stuff to one side and let's deal with the mess first of all. Maybe I'll use this as my sentimental ones. I'm going to have to make a pile of jewellery I need to fix. There's a necklace here that was Chris's. Oh dear, it's all got a bit tangled. And yeah, that's his original St. Christopher pendant from his parents. And another little one that was his. Oh dear. And a necklace, a bracelet that I think either Chris made for me or I made, but it's a little bit rude, so we won't dwell on that. I'm going to sort through this now, and I've now started a collection of bracelets in this. Yeah, my sentimental box is getting bigger, but we're making progress. I know it's been a second for you, but for me it's been a couple of weeks since I've last been here to update you on my jewellery declutter and sort out, and I just thought I'd show you a couple of things that I found. I've actually dug out this other jewellery box that, oh, it needs a bit of a dust, but I can't remember where this came from. We've had this, I think, ever since I've been with Chris, but in it I've just found, honestly, this is stuff that I've had since I was about 14 years old. So we've got old woven friendship bracelets. I think these were Chris's actually. I think that's a broken belly chain. Yes, I think it is. This is another belly chain. Oh, the 90s and being thin. And this I wanted to show you. Hang on, I'm going to put the camera down a second. The ring part needs adjusting, but it's one of those, I can't remember, does it have a name? Is it called a slave bracelet, or is that just my imagination, but yeah, I think that's so cool. I love that. We also have a bracelet that's broken. Glastonbury tickets, I recognise that straight away. Gosh, that was when we had to get a third one for Rain. She was an adult. I think all this leather jewellery that's gone mouldy, I think a lot of those were Chris's like wrist bracelets, wristbands, don't know what we call them. That's a flea collar from our cat Misty. Oh my goodness, is this my wedding band? Oh my gosh, this is my wedding band from 1994. I don't really need to keep that, but I'm going to. Reading is a music festival, by the way, if you're watching this from a different country. Look at all this. This jewellery is just so 90s, it really is. I like this actually. I think I might dig that out. So most of this is probably broken. I'll see what I can do about fixing it. I also found this shoebox with bits and pieces in. This is another broken bit of jewellery that I made from that jewellery kit I think I mentioned before. Don't know where that came from. And a pregnancy test. I'm assuming it was Rain's, but to be honest it could be Jude's, so I can't remember. Isn't that terrible? Oh dear. Yeah, so I'll give this box a little sort through as well. But yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, in terms of other sentimental things, I found, oh dear, very cobwebby, dusty bootie and matching sock. That was something Chris's mum knitted, and she wore that with it to come out of the hospital. And this was another little boot that she had since she was born. I don't know where the pair is, but obviously I can't throw them away. Some of these other bits I think can probably go. A little fiddly thing that I think my dad gave me. Probably something they bought on their holidays. So yeah, we have definitely made progress. The next thing I'm going to do is this pile of hair clips and stuff. I'm going to put in, show you, this really lovely chest of drawers. Again, a present from my aunt and uncle for Christmas. It's really cute, isn't it? I think I'm going to keep my hair clips in there, which will hopefully help me find the bits that I want when I want them. Hello, I am finished. I'm finally finished. If you've seen my other declutter videos, you'll know how difficult I find it anyway, but I found jewellery the most difficult. I really did. I think more than anything, more than any other possession or object, I do get sentimentally attached to jewellery. I associate things. I remember where I got everything. I remember who gave me things. You know, quite often buying jewellery is something I've done on holiday or special occasions, so it's really hard to get rid of those things, and I have to be honest, I haven't done very well with a lot of it. Well, let me show you around my newly organised jewellery collection. Let's begin on top of the chest of drawers here. As I showed you earlier, I have kept my necklaces on here. It's really nice to be able to see them all rather than them all being sort of tucked in a drawer, and you can quickly find the one I'm after. I did start sort of organising them by colours, but that sort of fell by the wayside, and that's something I'll go back to, and clusters will probably change over time. I put my little shabby chic chest of drawers over here. So in this one I've got hairbands, in this one I've got fancy hair clips, in this one I've got a couple of bigger hair clips and those bun thingies, I don't know what they're called. This one is hair ruffles and hair bands with fancy bits on them, and then this one is all my little hair clips. See, this is an example of stuff I couldn't get rid of. I mean, when did I last wear clips like this? Not since I was like, I don't know, 20, but they still work. So, and look at that lovely little fairy. I can't get rid of things like that, so I've kept them. Right, over here on the windowsill, this is what we have, and I just wanted to show you this. Who here had purses like this? I had two, this one and an orange one. I've lost my orange one, sadly. And inside it, if I can get one out, my friend Melissa from school had braces, and she kindly asked her dentist for those little elastic bands. You couldn't get them anywhere else, you had to have a friend with braces, so she kindly got some for me so that I could put on my hair in little plaits, and that's what that is. And of course all the rubber is totally perished now, and the zip is broken halfway. I can't open that zip anymore, so I'm going to take a deep breath and get rid of this purse, even though I've had it since I was about 7 years old. It's time to say goodbye. Right, so let me talk you through here. So this is my dangly earrings selection, followed by my studs earring collection. I've kept some things I know I'm never going to wear. I don't wear gold, but I've kept my 3 studs here that I got my ears pierced with, my Maidstone nanny. Then there's plenty here that need a good clean as well. I need to get some silver cleaner. And then over here on this bit are all my bracelets. Sorry about the traffic noise, by the way. This is a main A road I live right on. It's literally right on it, and there's not much I can do about that noise. I'm sorry, hope it's not too bad. I've got this little trinket tray, which at the moment has a few bits and pieces I just couldn't find a home for, including a necklace that I need to mend. I'm not keen on these. This one's not so bad actually, but some of my old ones here, I've grouped them all together. They're all the ones that come with those black cords. I'm going to change them all for ribbon or something and make my own fastening for them, I think. This was my 18th birthday present from my granddad. Oh, I think there's another earring here that needs to be mended. I have no idea what this is. Is it something? It looks like it could be something out of a manicure kit, but it's one of those things, it's probably important for something, so I'm keeping it for now. Oh, and I found some gemstones. I have to admit, I don't remember where these came from. I bet it was like a natural history museum or something, you know, where you get to scoop a collection. Oh yes! I think this came from the Tar Pits Museum in Los Angeles. Yes, I think it did. I don't sadly remember where these two came from, but I will certainly be taking those downstairs and adding them to my Victorian Explorer themed shelf display. Have a look back at my videos if you want to see that. Some body glitter, some little dragon droppings, and a collection of safety pins, and a key that I don't know what opens. Right. Oh yeah, did I get distracted? I'll show you bracelets. This one I've owned for a very long time, certainly since I was about 8 or 9 years old. And also there's my christening bracelet here too. My godparents bought me a charm every birthday. Definitely got to keep that. In this big pot here, I've actually got all my spare buttons that come with your clothes. Too scared to throw any of those away in case I need one. In this little pot is all my body jewellery, which is, I do have some of my old belly button rings in here actually, which I do need to get rid of, but mostly they're, God, Metamorphosis. That was one of the first belly button rings, I think. I don't have that pierced anymore. Yeah, so mostly they're nose studs now. Nose studs and lip rings now. In here, gosh, it's dark. In here, I found an old pound coin and an old 50p, neither of which are in tender anymore, but why not keep them, you know? These are all my old dreadlock beads and things that go in your hair. I thought I'd keep them in case one day I want to get dreadlocks again. And this pot, by the way, I made at school when I was about, I don't know, 8 or 9. A couple of bottles of perfume that have been gifts from the kids. This has got my other christening bracelet in from when I was a little baby, and some pearls that have broken off necklaces. I thought that would be a sweet place to keep them. Okay, I ought to speed up a little bit. This little shell box, which again I've had for years, I think was a present from my nan. I've got my hair grips in. In this one, I've got random bits like arm bangles, you know, ones that go in your upper arm, a steampunk watch chain that sort of hangs off your wherever pocket, that little that slave bracelet. I thought random bits could go in there. In this little travel jewellery box, which I had, it's pretty heavy. I don't actually use it for travel at all. Another present from my aunt and uncle. In here I thought I'd keep my rings. I don't have many rings, so they can fit in there. If I get more, I've got space there and in the drawer at the front. And on the left there I've got all the little butterflies that I've got extra of, because it's always useful to have extra butterflies for the back of your stud earrings, and a few of those awkward hoops that don't really hang off the other jewellery bits very well. So that's what's that's in there. And this little basket, which I might quite likely to change. I've got a watch and then spare straps for my Fitbit strap, which has now got splattered with paint from me decorating. I've got some Halloween earrings, which I suppose really ought to go on my other earring thing, but it's there for now. And this sort of end here is where we are a little indulgent. A bag of marbles. Now, the bag actually belonged to my sister, and I don't know if some of those marbles are hers, but some are definitely mine. Anyway, we've got my childhood marbles in there. That's where they are. I knew I'd lost them. And so in this one, the first item of jewellery I ever bought, we were coming home from the seaside. We stopped at a garden centre to go to the loo, and I really, really wanted this necklace. It was one of those ones that came, you know, backed in cardboard with a plastic covering on the front, and it cost £2, and my mum really didn't want me to buy it. She didn't think it was worth it. But I insisted, and I did wear it all the time. So yeah, that's my first ever necklace, so I'm keeping that. And then in here are random beads from things like, this was a childhood bead thing that I made, and then we've got lots of broken beads and stuff in there. I'm just keeping, you never know, you might need a bead one day. In this one here, I've got some flowers that have fallen off my bouquet from my wedding bouquet. All my old Glastonbury Festival wristbands, I've kept them all. And then underneath here are those little, gosh, I've got quite a lot in there. Underneath all them, that's where I've stashed those little socks and booties from when my kids were babies. And this is also an indulgent box. It's a shame this has all got damaged and spoiled, but it's somewhere to keep it for now. These are the bits of jewellery that I don't wear anymore, but they just bring back so many memories. I bought that one in Turkey. This was a friendship bracelet from my friend Sarah at primary school when we left. I've got a couple of collars from the cats. I think I showed you that earlier. That pendant was a present from my mum and dad, but the hoop thing has broken at some point. Yeah, and various old bits and pieces. A lot of Chris's old rings actually are in here. And a Lego Jar Jar Binks, like you do. Okay, so yeah, that's just sort of staying there, not doing anyone any harm. By the way, all of these containers and stuff, they're all very random and a bit mismatched at the moment. I am sort of debating on whether I want to keep it that way and a bit eclectic and a bit, you know, a bit of a mess and a bit sort of non-matching, or whether to actually buy some proper jewellery storage. I haven't really made up my mind what I want to do there, but it's fine for now. It does the job, you know. Yeah, it may not be the prettiest collection of jewellery storage holders, but it's working at the moment. And I did manage to declutter some things. I decided to throw away most of the jewellery boxes, you know, all the packaging boxes that the jewellery comes in. I always feel guilty about that because, you know, some of these are really quite posh. Probably costs the jewellery makers quite a bit of money to use these, but they are a waste of space, aren't they? Right, this is my collection of stuff that I'm getting rid of. I'm going to double check there's nothing in there the kids want. I don't think there will be, but it's stuff that I could use in my scrapbooking. So for example, these bracelets that I don't wear anymore. I dithered about these. These have been on and off my bracelet rack a couple of times because I still really like them. They're pretty, but I don't wear them. I don't think they're flattering on my wrist, but I thought the jewels in the middle are great for like centers of flowers in my scrapbooking that I do. So I've kept all of them and kept a lot of these bits that are broken that I know I'm never going to wear. I've got this like fairy pendant. I thought some of these would be nice, like pretty charms that you can put on tags and scrapbooks and stuff. And a bit of velvet ribbon here. So that's my little collection that I'm gonna hold on to for now, or move down to my crafting area. And this is my throw in the bin pile. As you can see, a lot of this is very childish stuff. A Barbie clip, that's probably one of the kids. tons of these rubber bands. It wasn't that long ago I wore these, but I know I'm not going to again. I'm just too old for that sort of thing. Too old for that, sadly. That was a present from Rain, I think. My Nirvana sweatband. I used to wear kickboxing all the time. And I got a spiderweb one as well. Oh, is that a Prodigy one? That's a Prodigy one. That's cool, but I don't wear them, you know. So that's all my bits that are going in the bin. I guess that could go to jumble sale. That's good enough quality, but as you can see, most of it isn't. Yeah, I love having it all out now so I can properly see what I've got and get it to hand nice and easily and quickly when I'm in a rush and running late to go out, which is usually the situation I'm in when I'm going out. I hope I haven't been too rambly at the end here. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of my jewellery collection all together and sorted. I'm very glad it's done. Long overdue, and I'm going to try and keep going a little bit. There are still some things that I know I don't wear them. I'm just not quite ready to let go of them yet. Right, so now this is done, I'm ready to film the next section of my dressing room declutter and sort out, and hopefully I'll see you there. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you again. And if you like this channel, if you're enjoying my content, please share this link with your friends. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Bye.